afternoon, SMTB Impact team, family, and friends. Thank you all for taking out the time to help celebrate and acknowledge our honoree, Sergeant First Class Hatfield, for his hard work and dedication to the various missions of the Strength Maintenance Training Battalion and the Professional Education Center. At this time, the Strength Maintenance Training Battalion Chief Instructor, Sergeant Major Ferrara, and the Strength Maintenance Training Battalion Commander, Lieutenant Colonel Ferguson, will come forward for the presentation of remarks and awards for Sergeant First Class Hatfield. Sergeant Major Ferrara.
Good morning.
Morning.
You know, I'm big into talking about gatherings and a great occasion and a celebration. And, you know, normally it's positive. We're doing awards and things like that. But this one's a little bittersweet. And the reason being is Sergeant Hatfield and I began our relationship together there at National Guard Bureau. He was working up in the marketing section or branch, and I got brought in to run Marine Guard, and he was basically my marketing NCO for the Marine Guard program. And he and I had the opportunity to work together for a few years up there at NGB. You know, I learned a lot from him doing his marketing job, and then we went on the road together, went and checked out some of the Marine Corps installations, and really developed both professional and personal relationship over that time. As part of that relationship, or what was established, is we talked about, you know, what was next. What was next for him? You know, where would he be best suited? Because, you know, he came direct, you know, from the Indiana Guard up there to NGB, and he took over, you know, if this says anything about him, he took over a position that essentially he had no experience in. And he would tell me how he was coming up there and wasn't sure who he was going to work for, and he got put into marketing. And he did an outstanding job up there working in the marketing branch. And so when we talked about opportunities and where he should go next, I talked to him about coming to the schoolhouse, talking about, hey, it would have been great to get you at the schoolhouse coming directly off the street, but if we can get you at the schoolhouse now before you get too tainted from the Title X world, then that would be a good thing. So, you know, the powers that be did their slating thing, and it just so happened, you know, the schoolhouse along, you know, became his next assignment for him and his family. And again, we appreciate y'all being here today to be able to celebrate this. Much like him coming to the schoolhouse, I followed shortly thereafter and had the opportunity to basically watch him continue to do what he does, what he did there at NGB, and now what he's done at the Strength Maintenance Training Battalion for his 3 years assigned here. Hit the ground running in SQI-4, working over on that side, killed it, worked the marketing course, worked RSP, was the representative for us at national marketing events, supporting National Guard Bureau. And then after all the tremendous accomplishments over at the Strength Maintenance Training Battalion, moved over to the 79 Tango NCOA. And there at the academy, he continued to shine. He got over there, hit the ground running as an SGL, became senior SGL, all during all those times, you know, supporting the family at home as well as the family supporting him. You know, I'm a big believer in that family is your foundation of success. And the reason Sergeant Hatfield has been so successful is the foundation you provided at the house and all the kids, because I know y'all got a handful, and you know, it just provided them that foundation and gave them motivation to come to work, knock it out the park. You know, he continued to excel. Instructor of the quarter multiple times, achieved both at the battalion level as well at the Professional Education Center level. And you know, it's just been just an outstanding opportunity to be able to serve with you. And you know, it's not very often we get to build our own bench and get to decide who comes with us through certain programs and everything. And you know, I definitely feel fortunate enough that I was able to counsel you and give you recommendations to come to the schoolhouse. You chose to come to the schoolhouse and you excelled. And after all that, you know, we're waiting on the email, but after all that, he should be pinning on E8 later this year. And so it's just you know, it's a tremendous opportunity, bittersweet for me, bittersweet for the schoolhouse that he's leaving us. But I know, as always said, he's left this place better than he found it. So, Sergeant Hatfield, you know, on behalf of the Strength Maintenance Training Battalion, and especially myself, Congratulations.
I appreciate it.
And first of all, thanks for everybody taking the time out today, and to include our extended family of their brigade and HHC, we appreciate it, and to the family here, the Hatfield family, thank you. It's awesome to be able to get to see you guys here in this setting here, and get to see your father, your husband over here in this setting here. Service Class Hatfield, what comes to mind to me this past 10 months, you are a leader from the front. There's no doubt about it. You are passionate, you're a professional, and I've gotten to observe you in many different settings, from the ACFT, been out there to lead PRT, to on the block. And I saw such a professional non-commissioned officer, just like many of you, but it's awesome to see somebody that's so passionate about trying to do the right thing and genuinely care about those soldiers that he's training, making those students a priority here, and you did it in an impressive manner. Your contributions to this organization is no doubt tied to your family, as Sergeant Major already tied. I wouldn't be anywhere without my family. Establishing and posture in that environment so I can be there and be successful and be there for my soldiers and that we're trying to lead, and you guys have done that. So I don't know if you guys are a handful, are you?
It's the
It's the other two that aren't here. He says the same about me, don't worry. No, thank you. And you guys are the unsung heroes. And thank you so much for what you do for your father. And thank you for what you've done for SFTB, because that means a lot to us. You helped him be here for us, and he was here quite frequently, all right? So long hours. He's invested in those courses that he began on the site over there with SQI4. He graduated to doing the marketing side of the house. He brought that experience that he had from NGB, which was huge, be it from the policy side of the house, and now actually to instructing and sharing that knowledge base with the 54. And then going over to the NCO Academy, and really graduating to that level where the senior non-coms get to really strut their stuff and be able to share what their experiences are and sharpen those tools and help the 54 do the same. So, brother, I tell you, I can't share enough of my appreciation for what you've done for this battalion. In the past 10 months, it's been an absolute pleasure.
I appreciate it, sir. Thank you.
Attention orders. So our First Class Hatfield will now be presented the Meritorious Service Medal for outstanding meritorious service as an instructor writer and small group leader while assigned to the Strength Maintenance Training Battalion. Sergeant First Class Andrew Hatfield's dedication and expertise contributed to the accomplishment of the Army National Guard Strength Maintenance Enterprise mission. Sergeant First Class Hatfield's accomplishments reflect great credit upon himself, the Strength Maintenance Training Battalion, the Professional Education Center, the Army National Guard, and the United States Army. Take your seats. At this time, Sergeant First Class Hatfield will be presented with the Peck Eagle Award. This award is based on 3 years service and superior achievement or support at the Professional Education Center, with nominees showing patterns of excellence demonstrated by being recipients of previous awards.
Congrats. Thanks, sir.
At this time, I'd like to ask Mr. Easley to come join us at the stage. Mr. Easley will be presenting Sergeant First Class Hatfield with the Arkansas Traveler. This award is presented to non-residents of Arkansas for exemplary and sustained support to the state of Arkansas and its programs. Mr. Easley will now read the citation for this award.
I ought to call this an award, that's all I got. Arkansas has long been known for their hospitality and their love for this state. This certificate expresses the state's special recognition to out-of-state visitors who have contributed to the progress, enjoyment, or well-being of the state of Arkansas, or to their people, and decimate the deer population, which Sergeant Hatfield has done. The story behind the Arkansas Traveler is simple. While traveling through the Arkansas backcountry in the early 19th century, Colonel Sandy Faulkner, tired and hungry, came upon a humble squatter's cabin. He found the occupant, who by the name, his last name was McCoy, I think, sitting in the doorway playing the first part of a familiar tune over and over on an old fiddle. Faulkner stopped and asked for accommodation. The squatter offered none. When Faulkner asked him why he played the same part over and over, the squatter replied he didn't know the rest. When Faulkner played the turn of the tune, the squatter changed his mind, making the traveler welcome for as long as he pleased. So like that long ago traveler, We hope that you've had a good visit, enjoy your state, enjoy our state, and share your own turn of the tune with us, and always have nice things to say and good stories to tell about Arkansas. When you get to Alaska, just remember there's a Space A from Memphis to Anchorage quite a few times a year. I do like caribou and I do like moose.
Go on up.
And I still have your eyes, Jess, so we gotta cut a deal.
Sorry, man.
Sorry about your gut.
Sorry, I got you.
At this time, Sergeant First Class Hatfield will be presented with the PEC Signature Mat. This award showcases the Professional Education Center guide-on and is personalized by members of the Strength Managed Training Battalion and Professional Education Center teams. Yes.
Running out of space.
There's a good messages on it, make sure.
That looks good. See that one?
Mystery.
Last, but certainly not least, Strength Maintenance Training Battalion PCS gift. This gift was compiled by the Strength Maintenance Training Battalion team in honor of Sergeant First Class Hatfield's time in the battalion and reads, for exceptional service while assigned to the Strength Maintenance Training Battalion, 1 August 2021 to 9 May 2024. He will eventually turn so you all can see. Sergeant Hatfield, I believe the floor is now yours.
All right. Hey, everyone. First off, I know you've had a long day already, so thank you for taking your lunch and coming to see me off. That means a lot. I'm going to try not to cry. All right. I'm going to also do a Heritor. If you were at his PCS ceremony, almost forgot to do, and that's thank my wife, Sarah, for everything that you do. These two boys right here make my job possible, because without them, I wouldn't have anybody to make watch the twins. So no games or anything when mom's at work. She's a nurse, so they actively help me watch the twins, and I appreciate both of you guys for that. And secondly, sorry, I have emotions.
You didn't tear up and cry like this when you left, did you, man?
I did in my promotion ceremony. All right, so it's been an honor working with each and every one of you. What's that saying? It goes, people might not always remember what you say, but they remember how you make them feel. So you all definitely made me feel good while I was here, and I appreciate it. Lastly, I used to run track in high school, so everybody that knows anything about track knows if you're in a relay race, you got to hand the baton off, right? So I want to hand my baton off as I cross the finish line here to Sergeant Martinez and Sergeant Barnes. Come on up. I hand those off. Sergeant Barnes is about to go to the academy to be a small group leader over there. And Sergeant Martinez is going to continue to carry the baton across the line for SQI4 and over to Sergeant Young Hall. So I ask you two, when it's your turn to be up here, pass it on to the next instructors, okay? Continue to lead the way. Again, I appreciate each and every one of you, and it's been an honor and pleasure to work with you. So thank you.
This time, that concludes today's ceremony. You may offer your personal congratulations and farewells to Sergeant First Class Hatfield. Thank you all for attending today's ceremony.
Because I'm on here. Jumped out first.